What's up, guys? This is Jerry, and this is my Batman vs. Superman review video.
That when it snows, my eyes become large, and the light that you shine can't be seen. Baby, I compare you to a kiss from a rose on the grave.
First off, right off the top, as a comic book fan, if you're a fan of comic books or comic book movies, go see this movie. Everyone is saying that it's horrible, it's the worst thing that ever happened, and maybe because I heard that so much before I saw the movie, and I think I waited till like Easter Sunday to see it. It was good. It's enjoyable. Does it have its problems? Yes, it does. But is it the worst movie ever? No. Is there plenty of things that you can sit back and enjoy as a comic book fan, as a fan of Batman or Superman? Yes, there is. So with that being said, first I'm going to start with the things that I liked. Batman is awesome. Batfleck is good. It's probably my favorite Batman costume. Affleck does a great job as Bruce Wayne and as Batman, and sort of the single scenes that he has where he's fighting people. It's some of the best choreographed Batman fighting I've ever seen. It kind of just makes you wish that they made a Batman movie instead to just build up this Batman. It's also like the coolest Batcave I think I've seen. I like the way the Batmobile goes into the Batcave was cool. Alfred was he's a cranky old arsehole, but I like that. And yeah, Affleck, good job. I could have done without the Batfit, CrossFit Batman training scene. I don't really know what the fuck doing push-ups and hitting a fucking tire with a hammer is gonna do. You're about to fight Superman. That's literally insane. You're not gonna do push-ups and fight Superman. That's an actor who's over 40 going, listen, I fucking worked out really hard to get this body, so I'm taking my shirt off in this fucking movie, and I'm gonna let people know that J-Lo and all that bullshit is behind me. And guess what? If I was an actor in a movie and I was that in shape, and especially if Affleck gets to direct his own, he's gonna have his shirt off in every scene. It's gonna be great. There's just gonna be bare-chested Affleck and just the cowl and the cape, and I'm fine with that. I don't care. It does remind me, though, of like how jacked Wolverine got for Wolverine's Origins, which most of us would say Wolverine Origins, not a great movie. But when Hugh Jackman jumped nude out of that waterfall, I think that was the part in the movie I got up to go to the bathroom or get a little snackaroo, and I slipped. My feet were sliding in the puddles of all the women behind me when they saw Jackman jump out of a fucking waterfall naked. So superheroes taking their shirts off, get used to it. It's gonna happen. But all the push-ups and all the bashing a tire in the world with a hammer is not gonna get you in good enough shape to fight Superman. Okay, we're gonna get to the problems, of which there are many. The movie, it's clunky. It's kind of edited weird. There's a lot of bullshit without action, and then once the action happens, it's just all action. It doesn't feel like these characters earned their moments together. Like, for example, if you take Iron Man versus Captain America, you have 3 Iron Man movies, 2 Captain America movies, 2 Avengers movies leading up to those 2 heroes fighting each other. And it's not Captain America versus Iron Man, it's Civil War. There's a reason they're fighting. It's not just a title that a kid came up with, like Batman vs. Superman. That's a title a 12-year-old kid would want to see. But this movie doesn't look like it's made for a 12-year-old, so what are they doing? Also, when the movie gets to, once the other cut comes out, it's going to be 3 hours, 3.5 hours. That's the length of 2 movies, so you probably should have just made 2 movies where it says Batman v Superman, then there's a line in the middle, and then it says Dawn of Justice. Those are probably 2 different movies that they could have made, because it does feel like they just crowbarred a bunch of shit in there, just like get all this shit in there as quick as you can, because there's a lot of moments with these characters where you go, none of these characters even know who each other are. Like, if you watch it, I don't think Superman talks to Wonder Woman. Batman doesn't talk to Lois Lane, and this is after Batman has a fucking force vision, or for the Flash comes through time or some shit, and he's like, Lois Lane's the key, Lois Lane's the key, well, you're right about Superman. And then Bruce Wayne just keeps all that shit to himself. He don't tell Alfred, he don't tell anyone else. And then he sees Lois Lane, and he just fucking ignores her. That's the other problem. The first time you actually see Batman in a costume fucking shit up, it's in a dream sequence. Granted, the dream sequence looks fucking awesome, but I already know it's a dream sequence, so I don't really care about, there's no stakes. Like, I know it's a dream, so I don't care what's happening. And then when you have a guy wake up and then he's in another dream, or is he? Did the Flash go through time? Is that a dream? It's just a lot of clunky, confusing bullshit where, like, maybe we should have just seen Batman be Batman before, like, the first time you see him is in Batman is a dream. It's a little weird. They're just trying to get to the Justice League so fast. Clearly they're looking at what Marvel has and they're like, oh, we need to have that too. And they just did it as quick as possible. And to just have it be done sort of in an email, like Batman has a flash drive of Lex Luthor's. And first of all, why does Lex Luthor be the guy that gets to make up all the Justice League logos? Is Lex Luthor the head of marketing for the fucking Justice League? It don't even make sense. And then, like, it's just Batman and Wonder Woman emailing, and then Batman goes, who are you? Batman, you're the greatest detective on Earth. I don't think you get to just email people, who are you? That's not what Batman does. He would figure it out and then fucking surprise her with some shit. But yeah, they just threw that in there. I didn't really care for it. Truth be told, I'm not a Superman fan, but I feel bad for the Superman in these movies. He doesn't really get to do his own thing. He kind of is just this brooding, grouchy old asshole. And there should have been, like, a couple fun scenes of Superman, right? He already had his whole origin movie was him being a grouchy old asshole, so he still is in this one. But, like, does Warner Brother own the rights to the Superman theme? Because I felt like there could have just been one fun scene of Batman maybe, you know, fighting some crime in Gotham, and you hear that theme kick in, and Superman could fly in and fuck shit up. And Batman could be like, listen, bitch, I'm Gotham City. You stay out of my town. But that fun Superman theme, ba, 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 ba. Like, it's a happy theme. I think they're just like, fuck themes. And that's a problem, because Batman and Superman, neither of them really have a theme in this. Wonder Woman kind of has that 300 guitar shredding. It's like that comes in. Wonder Woman has her own theme, but Batman and Superman don't. There's just dark, brooding music in the whole shuffle. This movie tried to do a lot, because you probably have about 6 movies leading up to the Avengers. When you see the Avengers all get together, it isn't about really them fighting. It's about getting the band together. So you had one Captain America movie, 2 Iron Man movies, a Thor movie, 2 Hulk movies, if you want to count that. But it introduced all those characters. It also introduced Hawkeye. It also introduced Black Widow, S.H.I.E.L.D., the idea of S.H.I.E.L.D., Agent Coulson, Nick Fury. So you knew who all these people were. So once you got to the Avengers, it was just about seeing them on the screen together and having fun. And Batman vs. Superman is like, it's a hard intro into this new Batman. Superman's sort of the side character, and then Wonder Woman, a very soft intro. We don't really learn a lot about her, but I think that's on purpose so that you'll go, gee, who's that? And then you'll go see the Wonder Woman movie. But this is just a movie to make you want to buy other shit. Avengers was just a fucking fun movie, which is what you want these to be. Like, the movie should be the thing, the end goal. Which is why Age of Ultron wasn't as good. Age of Ultron was trying to set up all these other little Marvel movies, and that's why it wasn't as good as the first one. The first one was that big payoff that the fans wanted. And also there's just an emotional thing that you care more about all those characters now that they're there. Superman and Batman, they're both kind of crazy. They're both just legit murdering people. So, like, if you're a fan of old school comics, you're like, who the fuck are these people? Batman, he had like a rule: no guns, no killing, no drinking. He does them all in this movie, which I'm fine with. But if you're like a fan, you're like, oh, that's kind of who Batman is. So Superman kills people. They kind of just do things that are against the characters, and that's what makes some of those Marvel characters better, is they're true to themselves. Oh, sorry, the police just came by. Get the fuck out of here. It's an overall just some sort of lack of heart that a lot of the Marvel movies, and when I say Marvel, I'm including like X-Men. Bryan Singer is a gay, homotastic gentleman, so I'm sure in his life he felt a lot of those things that those X-Men characters are feeling. They feel like outsiders, they feel different, and some of the moments that they build up to in X-Men, like, you waited a movie and a half before Wolverine just fucking stabbed a guy, and even in that, it's Wolverine's protecting the school, there's no other adults there, Stryker's attacking the school, you feel really bad, and when Wolverine stabs a guy, you're like, fuck yeah, you earned that moment. And in these movies, it's just like, they're just killing people. Batman's hunting for the fucking White Russian or something. I don't even fucking know what's going on, and I'm an adult, so I don't know. Kids probably aren't going as crazy for this movie as they were for like a Marvel movie or an X-Men movie. Yeah, Batman, it's the White Russian. And then, like, after a year of searching, it's like, oh, it's a fucking boat. Who gives a shit? You're fighting Superman. Like, it was just too weird. Also, Lex Luthor, it was, the guy went for it in his performance. I don't really care, because it's Lex Luthor Jr., it's not really Lex Luthor. Is there a reason he hates Superman, other than Lex Luthor has to hate Superman? And, what the fuck was his endgame? Alright, he unleashed Doomsday, who I'll just say right now, I hated Doomsday. I thought he sucked. He looked like a giant CGI poo monster that shot blood fart lasers out of his fucking face, and it's another mindless, emotionless character in the movie that no one gives a fuck about. But what is Lex Luthor's plan? If you're a billionaire and you live in New York City, Metropolis, whatever, your day is, maybe I'll sit in my penthouse and get blowjobs, and then during the day I'll just go around and do whatever I want, because I'm a fucking billionaire. I could do what I want. Well, when the whole city gets destroyed, doesn't that kind of ruin your fun? And, like, what's the end game? It's a giant monster that you can't control that just keeps destroying everything. I mean, did you know Superman and Doomsday would kill each other? No, there's no way you could have known that. So it's not even a good Lex Luthor plan. The whole idea of blowing California up and then turning, like, all those other states into beachfront property, yeah, it's a silly plan, but at least the fucking plan is I want better real estate. What's the plan in this one? I don't know. He just wants to see them fight. And as for as smart as Lex Luthor's supposed to be, kidnap your mom, it's not really that great a plan. It's pretty stupid. And he sends Batman out. He sends Superman out to fight Batman. Superman travels at the speed of light. Why couldn't Superman just go save his mom? And everyone hates the Martha. Batman and Superman stop fighting because their mothers have the same name. That's it. That's why they stopped fighting. It was pretty corny. Not a great thing. But in, like, every comic book, you have to cheat a little. Because if Superman meets Batman and they're just like, listen, they've kidnapped my mom, Bruce. I need your help. Well, then the whole movie, the title of the movie is Batman vs. Superman, and they don't fight. But that's also why you don't call a movie Batman vs. Superman. Like, Marvel is smart. They're marketing the movie. What side are you on? Hashtag Team Cap, hashtag Team Iron Man, and then you kind of have fun. Oh, what team are you on? DC was like, who's going to win in the fight? Batman or Superman? Well, we know they're not going to kill each other. So why are you asking me that stupid fucking question? Because you already showed me a trailer where they team up with Wonder Woman at the end of the movie and fight Doomsday. Why are you asking me this question? You already showed me that doesn't, no one's killing each other in the movie. Why are you asking me that question? And that, once again, that's more of a bad marketing that you just showed me sort of every surprise except Superman dies, which once again, it should be pretty emotional. You didn't earn it. It just went there and you're like, oh, okay. And then you have 2 or 3 funerals. It just felt like the Return of the King. The movie wasn't ending, and then it's like, oh, there's some dirt moving on his grave. He's coming back. So even you killed him just to be like, well, he's coming right back. And then sort of that final scene there, Batman's telling Wonder Woman, we have to amass all these super people together, to get the Justice League together. And Wonder Woman's like, why? Why are we going to fight? What are we going to fight? And Batman's like, I don't know. I just have a feeling. Yeah, that's what this movie was. Why are we doing this? Well, I don't know. Why is this guy fighting this guy? I don't know. Who's the White Russian? I don't know. Why is Batman not talking to Lois Lane? I don't know. Does Superwoman know? The Wonder Woman know Superman? I don't know. Just everybody fight. It's filmed cool. It looks cool. You're going to enjoy sitting there and watching it. There's just a lot of loopholes and clunky editing and just long parts. And also, the whole movie is the people hate Superman, or do they love him? People hate Superman. Superman dies, and then we don't even get a taste of, are people happy Superman's dead? Are they upset Superman's dead? Do they give a fuck? I don't know. It's just a movie that just raises 1,000 questions, answers 0, and it's like, please just buy whatever the next thing is, where you wanted it to be like, you want a movie to be its own enjoyable thing, which is what Marvel's doing good. Like Ant-Man, I don't give a fuck about Ant-Man. I went to see that movie, I left going, yeah, that was way better than I thought it'd be, because I have no Ant-Man expectations. People didn't have Guardians of the Galaxy expectations. You watch those movies, it's a complete movie that made you care about a fucking tree man. It made you care about a raccoon man. You cared about these characters, and they did it pretty quickly, and this is, when you take the 2 most iconic characters sort of in comic books, Superman and Batman, they're the most famous, and then you don't have them act like Batman or Superman. You're losing sort of that heart of who they are. Because if you were just going to do that and they're going to make them killers and do whatever they want, well, people love those characters. That's why they're coming to the movie. If you're just going to have them be someone else, you could have Captain Punch versus Flying Man. And they're just characters you made. One guy punches hard and one guy's Justice Boy. Just fucking make up your own characters and have them do whatever you want. Because you're kind of just taking the characters that those fans like, and you're like, they fucking kill people. Who cares? All right, that's the end of my ranting and raving. Should you see it? Should you not see it? I say go see it. It's fun. There's just a lot to nitpick, and there's a lot that's just jarring, because it was so close to, like, if they made it 2 movies, it could have been 2 really cool movies, but it's a lot of jumbled mess. Zack Snyder makes things, like, I loved Watchmen. A lot of people complain about that movie. I don't know why. It's a very faithful adaptation, I think, of the comic. So what? They cut that stupid pirate storyline out. Who gives a fuck? But Zack Snyder, everything he shoots, it looks cool. He probably just needs someone like a Bryan Singer type of guy, someone to fucking help write maybe some emotion and maybe some humor into these movies, and just someone that has structure, some kind of pacing or some kind of structure to just balance out the movie, so it's not just so much story in the beginning and then the final hour is just buildings and loudness and exploding and loudness and explosions and fighting and deaths and coming backs and just holy shit, there's a fucking lot going on for the last hour of that movie. But anyways, I appreciate you guys watching. Subscribe to my channel, like, comment. I don't really give a shit. Suicide Squad's gonna be cool.